First time I've seen a walking stick in the wild in a long time. Oop, sorry fella. Not a very big one. Well, after long last, the crew is all back together. I've got my truck back, the camper is hitched to it, and we are starting the long, well, according to Google, 12.5-hour drive to get down to Lake City, Florida. Probably going to take me a lot longer than that. Probably going to stay somewhere in a parking lot tonight, but we're starting the first leg of the trip, leaving Beth and Joe Hammer's house out here in Indiana, in Martinsville, Indiana. So, yeah, it's a little melancholy leaving Indiana, knowing that I'm not going to be back until sometime next year. This is it. This is the last few hours I will be able to spend in Indiana this year. But okay, so we're heading down to Florida. Got a bunch of new parts on the truck, so I'm gonna have to be real careful. I understand that anything made by human hands is subject to human error. Anything installed by human hands is subject to human error. A lot of times, right after a big repair, that's when you've got to be the most careful, looking for anything that might be defective on those new parts. So we're taking it slow, and I'm happy to be back on the road, back to the next big adventure. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. You guys get the point. Let's do it. Oh, let's go ahead and show the Dashel. The Dashel is right there. He's not happy about being back in the truck, but I'm sure he'll be happy with the nice warm Florida weather once we get there. All right, that's it. Let's get started.
Welcome to Kentucky.
This is my spot here. Normally right here. Smash cut, and it is now minutes before opening, 5 o'clock on Friday, October the 28th, 2022. The Gateway Fair in Lake City, Florida. Which one is this? The 68th. It says it right there at the top. The 68th. So, hoping for good things. This is the way things are looking now. I'm actually on the very end of the row this time. That means that I can have a display on two sides. Got my banner on this side as well. And it is facing this road right here where everybody comes in. The entrance is over there. So they come in. I'll be the first side of the vendor's booth that they see. So, really good spot. It's 3:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, October the 29th, 2022. And I had my booth open out here at the Lake City Fair, the Gateway Fair. And I had to close it up because we got a bit of an emergency. This is what Dashel's looking like right now. Okay, you see the problem. Dashel, look this way. Yeah, you see the problem? You see the problem? His eye is swelled shut. He's had problems with that eye ever since he was a kitten. And normally it's a minor thing that comes and goes. It forms a bit of an eye booger sometimes. I try to keep it cleaned out. He favors the eye a little bit, like when he's waking up. It has a heart. It keeps it closed a little bit more. Didn't think it was that big a deal, but I had asked the vets about it a couple of times when I took him in for shots and whatnot, and they gave me one cream that didn't really work. It did this. It made his eye swell up. So I asked them for a different cream, which they gave me this one, and this, it made his eye swell up once before, but okay, so for the past week, that minor problem got worse. Instead of just being an eye booger, it was crust like along the bottom of his eye. And I kept hoping that it would go away on its own because I didn't want to try using this again. But today it got so bad, I tried putting this in there. And I didn't put the tube in there. I dabbed it on the end of my finger and just barely touched it on the inside of his eye there, like around the bottom, around his eye. And then this is what happened. And this is actually better. A few minutes ago it was all runny and whatnot, but that's the full story. I called this vet and they said to get him to them as soon as possible because eye problems are very painful and they can progress quickly. And this is the worst I've ever seen his eye get. And this is from putting a medication in it. So, all right. It's about an hour drive. We're going to Gainesville. I've closed up the booth on a Saturday. It was a very slow Saturday anyway, so I don't think I'm losing a whole lot. That's not what I'm focused on right now. I want to get little buddy feeling better and feeling better as soon as possible. So here we go. 4:30 now, and we're here at Urgent Vet in Gainesville. All right, let's get him out. All right, we're in the foyer here, I guess you could call it. I don't need to do that, they told me, because I've already done that on the website. Check in. See how he's doing. Well, he's able to open his eye a little bit now. It's not running, but it's still pretty bad. I know, I'm sorry, buddy. I am really always pulling at it. It's itching him.
Can we be friends? You don't want to be my friend, that's okay. What do you think?
He's had needles shoved in him a few times with the vaccinations.
Yeah. What do you think? Give a snack? Can we be friends? Think about that. Oh, I like that, huh? Dear, we gotta
See, no problem with the appetite.
Yeah, he says, oh, it tastes good.
Good kind of gel. So it's just kind of, you'll probably need to drop it directly into his eye.
Go for it, buddy. Go on, you got it.
Let's see if he's on to us and spits the pill out.
Oh.
And what I usually do to trick them, good boy. I'll usually give them like some empty plain treat first, give them a couple little pieces so that they're like, all right, yeah, this is just a treat. And that's it.
Okay,
And
so
then,
yeah, that's the trick right there.
There we go. All right, we figured it out.
Bumping that on anything or rubbing it with his paw because we don't want him getting, any bacteria or foreign material in there.
That, I don't know. Alright, so it's 6:15 now. We were in there for a while. 4:30 to 6:15. It took a little while. But the best that they could figure is that he's allergic to antibiotics or some other ingredient that's in the antibiotic cream that they put in his eye, and they don't want to try other things because if there's another reaction, it's probably going to be even worse. So the doctor took a good close look at his eye, and she's saying that it's probably not, from what she can tell, a infection or an eye ulcer or something like that. She said the eye looks fine, that it's probably a conjunctivitis. And so they gave me some antihistamine kind of pills that I give him one a day for 3 days. I already gave him the first one, you saw that. So 6 o'clock tomorrow and then 6 o'clock again the next day. And they're saying that if it's a conjunctivitis, what they're saying it is more kind of something that comes and goes. That's why it has been something that comes and goes. A conjunctivitis kind of thing. That the best thing for that is to just care for it, to put warm compresses on it, to clean it, and just be patient with it. And instead of putting antibiotics in there whenever it flares up, instead put this lube in there, which is kind of very liquidy, and it has no medications in it. It's just there to lube up the eye whenever it has a flare-up and help it to feel better. So he's, from what I can tell, he's actually looking better than he was when I got him in there. They said it could take as much as 24 hours for all of the swelling to go down. And if he's pawing at it too much, that's where the collar would come in if he keeps messing at it and rubbing it on stuff. I'm hoping that's not necessary. Okay, that's it. So it is 7:26 now, and I just got the booth open back up. So that's 4 hours I think I lost because of having the emergency run to the vet with Dashel. It's looking like it's kind of a slow Saturday anyway, so I don't think I lost much. But I think we go until midnight, so we've got another 5 hours of work, probably until after midnight, Saturday night. We'll see what we can do. It's Monday morning now, and this is how he's looking. Dashel, up here. And as you can see, he's pretty much back to normal. That eye still looks a little pink around it, but he's got it open as wide as the other one. And he's got plenty of energy. He's eating. Got the zoomies all the time. Attacking the printer because I'm trying to copy something. But yeah, okay, so I think we're good. I think he's okay. That's a little scary for a minute there, buddy. It was scary for a minute there, but you're okay. Okay then. It's a little bit later in the afternoon now, 2:50 in the afternoon. I've had to go run some errands and whatnot, but it is still Monday, October the 31st, 2022, making it Halloween Day. And some of you that have been watching this channel for a while know about this little tradition that I started for, I don't know, my own amusement, because I thought it was cool. There was a restaurant out here in Lake City called Foo King. And so every Halloween day I have either eaten some that I took out or come out here when the dining room was open. Now it's only a takeout place for a little bit longer. But I've always eaten Foo King Chinese food every Halloween day the entire time that I've done this channel. And so we are back once again at the corner of Main and Montgomery out here in Lake City and going into a Foo King to order some more Chinese food for Halloween Day. Hi there. Wow, even the shoes, everything.
Well, it's funny because I actually have white boots today.
You look like Dorothy, but again, you look like the Scarecrow too. So what I got was $27 worth. I only get to eat here once a year, and I wanted to have some left over for the next few days. Also, I've got a little some stuff that I've gotten before, and then some new stuff that I've never had before. So let's get out the Dashboard Diner's friend tray. They call this the buddy board. And let's start breaking into it here. See what all we got. Alright, so first off, I got a full quart of the mix wonton and egg drop soup. I've had that before. It's a classic. And then this one right here, I think this is it. Oh, that's the other one. Okay. And then, oh man, all the steam. Okay, here we go. Yes. See, experience has taught me that this is the best thing that Foo King makes. It is called Singapore rice noodles. And it's one of the more expensive things on their menu, but oh my goodness. Oh, the smell of the spices. They put pork, chicken, and beef, I think. No, my mouth is watering. And shrimp, it's all stirred in there. Oh, it's done so well. Yeah, this is definitely the best thing that they make. All right, but I've had that before, and so the highlight of today's video is going to be this one right here, something I noticed on their menu. And it's actually the hot wings. Yeah, see? Right here is the Singapore noodles down here on this end. But I noticed way up here on this end, we got hot wings. We got an 8 count of hot wings for $6, I believe, which is actually a pretty good deal. So let's break into that. And there they are. Ooh. Oh my goodness, they're big. Oh, hot. What is this spice, this flaky spice that's down there? Wow. Now, I'm used to eating hot wings with something to dip them in, preferably a ranch or a blue cheese, but these are from a Chinese restaurant, so I'm going to keep with that theme and put duck sauce on them as kind of my dipping sauce. So let's see. Boy, that just came right off the bone so easy. Man, that is good. That is really, really good. Say, and normally when you get hot wings, they just give you this this part right here, and they cut this off. But I kind of like that they've left it on there. So the only criticism I might have is that they're not really hot. I mean, I guess I probably could have asked for them to be a little bit hotter, but like when Chinese people make stuff for Americans, they tend to really tone things down for good reason. You know, we're a little bit wussy when it comes to spice. But in this case, they toned it down too much. But other than that, I mean, the spices are done really, really well. Nice and tender. I mean, they came out hot and fresh. Wow. Well, I'm looking like a real mess here, getting it in my beard and whatnot. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end there. I've often said that Fu King is a standard restaurant that has fair prices and generous proportions, and pretty much they're classic, everything you would expect from a Chinese restaurant. But after today, and all the years that I've had this, I don't know how many Chinese places have got a signature dish like the Singapore rice noodles, or they give you the option of having hot wings, and then they do their hot wings well. So after this year, I'm going to say that my opinion of Fu King is actually elevated a little bit. I think they are slightly above average. So yeah, Fu King, I'm really hoping that they open up their dining area, because their dining area is actually very pleasant. And so I'd like to be able to sit in the restaurant and, you know, have some waiter bring me glasses of ice water and be able to enjoy some time with friends, and also enjoy some Fu King Chinese food at the same time. But that's going to be it for this. All right, let's get back to the fairgrounds. We got to get to work today. A little bit after 6 on Thursday now, November the 3rd, 2022. I know I've jumped ahead quite a bit. I mean, I'm not doing a whole lot of videos about the fairs anymore, because I've been doing that for years and they're starting to feel a little samey. But I did want to note that this root beer truck here, I've seen them around, and the guy that owns it, the couple that owns it, I think they're getting close to in their 90s. And I still have my root beer mug that I got a couple of years ago. They don't even sell these mugs anymore. He says they can't get them anymore. It's over there. But I've always admired them. The booth always looks very clean and professional and old time. Okay, see, it's part of this truck here. So that's the front of the booth, and the sides fold down, and then they set this tray out around the sides. It's like it stepped out of the 1950s. It might just have stepped out of the 1950s. Look at this thing. So you started doing this in the 50s? So is the truck like the original one that you got in the 50s?
One we got in the 50s, but they was on an older truck before that, because this thing goes back into the 30s.
Really?
The size large was just root beer.
Yes, sir.
This truck's a 37.
The truck is a 37?
But before that, it was on an older truck. I don't think this all.
Wow.
But I know this goes back to 1932, because I don't look at that far.
So how old are you? I mean, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but I don't know, he's got to be close to 90.
Close to what? Well, I'll tell you what, I keep getting a phone call every day wanting to sell me final insurance. To take care of me.
Yes.
I'm passing, but I can't buy it because I'm too old.
Oh, really?
Because you had to be between 85 and I'm 86.
You're 86. Ah, I knew it. I know it. Well, I admire what you guys do here. This is awesome. Thank you very much. Amazing, amazing. 86 years old. The truck is a 37. That is... Anyway, okay. So there it is. My root beer. This is actually the second root beer float I bought since I've been here. I got one on the first day as well. Trying to keep my consumption of sodas and things like this to a minimum. But, yeah. Alright. Gateway Fair, root beer float selfie. 3, 2, 1.
Tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruit. It's one or the other, church. Verse 34, O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Where does this stuff come from? From in here, from the inside of you. This is where these words come from. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things. And an evil man out of the evil treasures. I am so amazed that the Lord uses treasures for both things. Because it's
Sunday after church. Now, I wanted to go into this Blacksmith Coffee Company deli and grill at least once before leaving. And I'm about to pack up, so this is last chance. Let's get in there and get one of those generous burgers I got last year, I think. Got the corn nuggets instead of fries this time. They're actually pretty good. Partial to the mushroom Swiss. I don't remember the bun being this thick last time. Alright, let's give it a try. Mmm. It's actually a double patty. For the price, that's really good. It's about 3 o'clock on Sunday now. I'm back from church, back from getting something to eat. This is the way the fairground looks. And I am just getting started, about to break down the tent. You know what? I think that's probably a good place to go ahead and end out this video. So, next up is going to be the Okefenokee Agricultural Fair over in Waycross, Georgia. It's going to be my first time doing it. I've got one day off. Well, actually, I'm going to be setting up at the next fair, so yeah, tomorrow's a work day. And today would be a work day too because I'm breaking down. No days off. Give me no days off. Anyway, yes, normally I would take this next week and go either to the Peanut Festival over in Dothan, Alabama, or the Coastal Carolina Fair in, I think, North Carolina. But yeah, I'm going more independent this year. I found a fair of my own, and it's in the same city where I do the Swamp Festival. Waycross, Georgia. You guys will remember that's the place where I did the review of Gooey's Pizza. I might even eat there again. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's coming up next. So, I guess I'll see you then. Guys, if you enjoyed this, give me a good old thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to reading your content. I look forward to reading your comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. It's a pretty bright one.